Test, test, test. Oh, there we go. Okay, I think we're ready to rock and roll. Guys, I'll be your announcer today until Kenny Cundy can make it in. This is Matt Hamlin joining you guys live at Snow Canyon Warriors home field here in Santa Clara. The game's going to probably start about 2 or 3 minutes. Just waiting for Kenny to come on in here, and he'll take over my spot as we get ready to go. It's going to be a good one today, a good game between Dixie and Snow Canyon. I'll be managing the cameras as we go. There we go. Adjust the camera here as we go. Whoa, sorry. Just had to adjust that camera a little bit. There we go. There you are. Yeah, there's like 3. Do this for now. We gotta go now? Yeah, I'm gonna boss out there.
Like it's live, you can hear me?
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, WarriorNation.tv. Tonight, got a little soccer match for you. Trying out our gear in the outdoors. A little windy, a little chilly, but it should be good. A little out of breath, I was just running up those stairs, but they are announcing the starting lineups as we're getting ready right here. And this should be a good game. I haven't really looked at too much of the statistics and things this year leading up to this game. This was kind of a last-minute decision for us to do this, but what I do know is that before last week's games, Dixie was ranked number 1 in the state in 4A boys soccer. But then last week they had a tough game over at Desert Hills. Desert Hills actually beat them. So I haven't seen new rankings since then. But I know that Snow Canyon was ranked number 3 in the state. And so regardless of how things change from that Desert Hills game, you have a great matchup tonight between the Snow Canyon Warriors, the Flyers of Dixie. One thing that I do know a little bit about the Snow Canyon Warriors here, Jake Whitwer plays forward for the Warriors as their leading goal scorer this year. The games that I've been to see so far, I've noticed that Coach Zach Hells, is kind of moving some kids around. Last game, he played a couple of different kids in the goal. And, I think he's just trying to get his stuff together in the preseason, but might have some things kind of solidified here as we get into region. All right, starting lineups have been announced, and it looks like we are about ready to go. I notice out there looking at the Dixie roster, since we did so many boys games over the season, that old Ethan Bennett is a player out there for the Flyers soccer. He's a defensive player, number 8, so that'll be interesting to watch him on the soccer field. I know that his brother was both a basketball and a soccer player and was a very, very good soccer player. In fact, they won a state title when he was playing over at Dixie. So should be interesting. I also know that Zach Hells, he was playing at Dixie when I was coaching the boys program here at Snow Canyon. So this has got to be a fun game for Zach going against his alma mater there at Dixie. Coaching against them tonight. And I think it's first or second year coach Travis Wilkinson for the Flyers took over the program, I think either this year or last year, but he has been with them for a while, been an assistant coach working with the program. Know he does a lot of development with the younger kids in the fire program, the club stuff throughout St. George. So this is looking to be a really, really good contest. So referee's blowing that whistle, and we are underway. Flyers had the kickoff, and they're attacking from right to left on your TV screen there. Yeah, it'd be nice if we had a little color that we could bounce some things off. This is a little bit going to be a little bit slower than basketball. So we'll just let you watch and kind of keep you informed as things go on right here. Warriors looking to play a big ball forward, kind of gets through. There's Ethan Bennett we were talking about. Looks like he's playing that center defensive role for the Flyers. Flyers pushing out of that defensive end, really trying to squeeze the field here on the Warriors and keeping things on their offensive end, making the Warriors play a little bit of defense. Big throw in down the sideline there for the Warriors. That's Jake Whitwer switching point of attack. Through ball played. Sanders Esplin making a big run on that. Doesn't quite have the pace to get to that one. That was Damon Lund for the Warriors who tried to throw it out there. And Flyers quickly out of their own defensive end looking to attack again. Briggs McLaughlin there getting ready to throw the ball in for the Flyers. Flyers putting a little bit of pressure on the Warriors right there. Doobie or Dubby?
Which one?
Dubby Cannon. Dubby Cannon playing some center defense back there for the Warriors, ends up clearing that ball. Trying to catch some formation stuff here. Boys a little bit quicker than the girls game, but it kind of looks like Dixie's playing a little 3-4-3. 3 attacking forwards up front, really trying to press the action right here. They got a lot of space between that midfield and defensive line right now. Set piece right there for the Flyers, just off. Header misses to the left of the goal there. Warriors are able to kick that thing, deflect it out off of the Flyers. Will be their throw-in. Jason Perez, one of our center midfielders there for the Warriors, doing the work. Looks like Perez, Kobe Robinson, and Damon Lund rounding out the midfield there. Lund with a nice tackle. Good through ball to Whitwer, but it looks like he's going to be called and flagged for offsides. Pretty good idea. Combination work there from the Warriors. Just a little bit too far forward. Whitwer, a little anxious to get that pass. He saw that that gap and that space right there. Damon did a good job finding him just about 2-3 yards offsides there. Bennett playing the ball into the Warriors' defensive end, shielded out nicely by the defense. Being a coach for the soccer team for a lot of years, I know for sure that the wind is going to play a big effect in this game the way it's blowing out there. Right now, probably don't see it on the TV, but the wind is blowing quite forcefully out there, and the Warriors have the wind at their backs right now. Flyers kind of attacking into the wind. So it'll be interesting to see how that kind of affects the game as things move on today. Warrior throwing down in their own defensive end here. Playing a little possession to get it out. Switch the field. Perez over there. Good control on that ball. Shoots it out wide. That's Jake Whitwer out there controlling that thing, catching it in. I think that was Jake out there that came back for the ball. Yep. Good target up front, playing a little drop. Good through ball. Sanders Esplin looks like he might get a little room. Flyers do some shoulder tackling on him, knock him down, double team on that ball. It was good ball played through right there. Physical play defensively. Refs are going to let some things go. Pretty good challenge from the Flyers. Warriors able to regain possession on the clearance from the Flyers. Uh-oh, turnover there on the defense. Flyers on the counter. Flyers counter is stopped, but they still have possession, trying to work through that middle of that defense. No go for them. Brock Schroeder right there trying to play it out. Whitwer coming back for the ball. Plays it to Stockton. Whitwer over there. Ball gets cleared up, and there you can see that wind just takes that ball and moves it super quick. Out of bounds right there. That's Petey Bunting right there. Ethan Bunting playing some defense for him. I had his sister on my soccer team for a few years. Won a state title with us. Pretty good little forward. Had a strong leg. Good at crossing. You know, had lots and lots of opportunities to score when she was playing for us. So good to see old Petey out there. Big kick from the Warriors. Gets about 20 yards into the defensive side for the Flyers. Lund with the ball. Shoots it out here to Esplin. Esplin finds Jake in the middle. Gets a good center there. It's Perez. Flyers there again. And the keeper does a good job to keep that thing in bounds so that it doesn't go out for a corner kick. Rolling it out, and Flyers waste no time. They're on the attack. There it is. Ball gets a little bit too high, held up in that wind. Stockton, Whitwer there to head that thing out of bounds and stop the Flyer attack. We're playing one nice one off right there, just out of the reach. Kobe Robinson almost there, just a little bit too big. Good challenge by Kobe. Damon picks up the challenge there in the midfield. Hoskins out here on the end. Good combination work by the Warriors up front. They're going to call offsides there on Sanders Esplin. Warriors right now are doing a pretty good job keeping that possession and moving that ball up quickly. They've got some good combination work going up front, just unable to break the defensive line of the Flyers as of yet. Flyers switching the point of attack. Warriors doing a pretty good job man marking there through the middle of the field. Ball kept in bounds there by McLaughlin on the side. Warriors head out that ball entry. Hoskins. Lund. Lund making some pretty good moves in there. Gets fouled by the Flyers. Pass a little bit off the mark right there. Warriors are doing a good job trying to throw some numbers forward, trying to create some advantages up there on that offensive end, but they're doing a really good job as well recovering and making sure that the Flyers don't have a lot of counter opportunities right now. Defensively, they're pretty well organized, doing a good job staying on their marks. Flyers down the sideline, going to get a ball in right here. It looks like nice little cross. Warriors again, great job man marking there in that 18-yard box. Flyers retain possession on the clearance. Cross comes in. Looks like that is going to go off to Brock Schroeder, that left wing defender over there for the Warriors. Warriors look like maybe a 3-5-2 on their formation out here. They've got three tightly packed kids in the middle that rotate well when that ball moves from left to right. And their midfield right now is doing a really good job kind of stifling the attack of the Flyers. Flyers moving the ball around, try to get across, and again, it gets held up in that big, strong wind out there. Warriors get possession, come out with it. Kobe Robinson trying to move that ball quickly down the side. That's a good ball played into the box from the Flyers. Petey doing a good job being where he needs to be defensively, gets that ball cleared out. And big kick into the wind, gets that ball almost to the 50-yard line there on a clearance. Flyers waste no time getting that thing thrown in, ready to go again. You know, as a coach, when you have the wind at your back in a first half like this, you know, I think the Flyers would be happy to come away with a 0-0 tie at the end of this first half, whereas the Warriors are hoping that they can maybe put 1 or 2 in to give them a little bit of a cushion when they have to play into the wind in the second half. Flyers throw another one into the box, nice and high, header right there, just over the top of the bar there. It'll be a goal kick for the Snow Canyon Warriors. See if I catch a number on that. Number 13 for the Flyers, that's Camden Roca, trying to put that ball in. Goal kick comes out. Ball being bounced around a little bit. Warriors try to go forward quickly. Ball gets turned over and stolen by the Flyer defense, and they're on the attack. Ooh, nice little ball played into the middle of the box there. Jorge Quintero for the Flyers playing that ball in. Going to set up another one. Hard driven cross right at the keeper. Does a good job to secure that ball defensively. Looking on the roster here, I think that keeper 0, Javi Pina, in the goal for the Warriors. Flyers clear, but right to the Warriors who have possession, knocking it around now, looking for some of those gaps up front. Esplin battling for the ball, a little aggressive, pushes one of those Dixie defenders down, gets flagged for a foul. Be a Flyer free kick right around the 36-yard line, their own defensive end. About 27, a little more than 27 minutes to go here in the first half of play, about 13 minutes into this game. Flyers on the attack down the left sideline. Ball sneaks out of bounds there. Camden Roca trying to make that overlapping run. Nice little combination work here. Warriors have some space down the sideline. Sanders Esplin tries to curl one in. It's going to go just a little bit too far. He tried to just bend that one into the run of Jake Whitwer up there at the front. I think the wind might have caught that just a little bit. Goes out the end line. It'll be a goal kick for the Flyers. Flyers with possession now, switching over to the right side of the field, trying to keep things low into this wind, trying to keep possession. Warrior midfield doing a good job trying to stop that run, throw one into that center. Good defense by the Warriors right there. Can't seem to get the clear past the Flyers. They throw another one into the box. Roca trying to take a big swing at a ball that was bouncing right there and misses. Sends it out the end line. It'll be a goal kick for the Warriors. Warriors quick restart here. Find Lund in the middle who's pressing the attack forward now. Whitwer coming back. Shoots the ball out there to Brock Schroeder. Schroeder finds Lund. Trying to swing it back over here to the right side. We've got about 25 minutes, 25:08 right now. Ball thrown into Jake Whitwer, just can't control it right there, a little high, out of reach. Nice and easy one for the keeper to pick up. Immediately gets it out, and Flyers are on the move again. We appreciate you being here with us tonight on WarriorNation.tv. Appreciate all the sponsors that are around that help out with the money and things that are needed to do these broadcasts so that you guys can watch from the comfort of your own home. Warriors moving it forward. Perez gets that ball taken away by the Flyer midfield. Bennett trying to bring it out. Warriors recover and get it back. Perez back in the middle. Throws one out here to the wing to Sanders Esplin, who's just there about the same time as the keeper. Keeper ends up corralling that thing in. And ball goes out of bounds. Flyers throw one into the middle. Damon Lund right there. Can't make the turn. Flyers do a good job closing him down. Hoskins up there. Flyers knock that ball out of bounds. Warriors with the throw-in, little knocking it around. Back to the defense. Bunting swings the ball up. Flyers cover it up. Warriors doing a good job knocking the ball around, going through the defense there. Come back to the same side. A little jostling going on there in the middle of the field. Ref's going to call foul against Damon Lund. It's going to be a free kick for the Flyers. They do it quickly. They're up the right side of the field. Throwing one into the box. Pena bobbles that thing in the box. But they are going to call a Flyer for running into that goalie. It looked like number 9 right there, Easton Ellett. A little bit aggressive, runs into the keeper. Foul called. Flyer give the ball over to the Warriors. Ball squirts out of that defense, catches that wind, and sails all the way back to the Flyer keeper. Perez gets called for a foul right there. Flyers throwing those balls in. That wind is kind of letting it sail and hang in there for a minute. Some of these crosses that the Flyers have been pretty dangerous. Warriors have done a good job kind of, controlling those with their head. Doing a good job marking. That's a turnover from the Flyers. Sanders throws one into the middle. Whitwer's not quite ready, making a different run. Good idea from the Warriors there to do a little up back through to get that thing up to the defense there of the Flyers. Keeper throws it out. Flyers mishandle. Able to gain possession. Cannon chasing that down right there. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for the Warriors. We've played almost half of the first half here, 20 minutes. We still haven't seen a sub, but it looks like we're getting ready to sub some of our first sub of the game over there on the Dixie side. As soon as they turn around, I'll give you a number on who's subbing in, but coaches are giving him some instructions, telling him what they want done here on the field. Lund finds a little through ball. Schroeder has some space down the sideline. We'll see who's faster. Boy, the wind is just carrying that ball. That thing gets out of bounds in a hurry. It looked like a great pass from Damon. Just wind carries it a little bit farther than they thought, and Schroeder couldn't quite catch it. Flyers knocking it around a little defensively and then just decide to clear it. It gets caught in the wind again. They give it right back to the Warriors. Warriors, good space through the middle there. Whitwer gets taken down right there. That's a good tackle from Roca for the Flyers and gets it up front. Rene Bernal with the ball right there for the Flyers. Ooh, nice little play from the Warriors. Ball gets cleared out. Warriors gain possession. Wind is still blistering right now. You can hear it here in the box. Warriors doing a good job moving that ball up and through, finding that target forward. Good job from the midfield. There it goes. Whitwer on sides, has a little bit of a break. Swings one into the middle on Sanders. Sanders, oh, just puts it over the top of the crossbar. Some good combination work from the Warriors right there to break through that defensive line of the Flyers. Just about put the first points on the board. Really, really important into this wind like this that your technique is dialed in on those shots, or the wind is just going to catch any little kind of space you put under that ball and carry it right over the crossbar. Really like the way the Warriors are playing right now, though. Love the way that they're possessing the ball, knocking it up and through. Dixie's doing a pretty good job into this wind, keeping balls low. They've had some dangerous crosses, but with the way that ball's just floating in the air, Warriors have done a good job of getting their heads on the ball, staying marked up, not really giving the Flyers much of a chance to put some things on the keeper. That shot we just saw from Sanders Esplin, probably the first good shot attempt we've seen in this game on either side. And that substitute for Flyers does come into the game. It looks like Iker Meza is who's subbed out. I didn't catch the number of the kid who came in. Roca for the Flyers makes a good turn on the ball, gets it into the box, but Pena out off of his line, corralling that thing up. Rolls it out to Bunting, and Warriors are moving again. Good find right there. Perez wide open in the midfield. Flings one out to Schroeder on the wing. We've got some space. Schroeder in the air, puts it over the keeper's head, and oh my goodness, it is just wide. That ball looked like it was intended to be a cross, and the wind just caught it and just about beat that keeper, who might have been a little bit far off of his line. Close as the shot was, it's a goal kick for the Flyers. Flyers coming down the right side of the field for them. Petey Bunting, good track on that, gets the header, keeps possession. Ball played out to Hoskins, back to Bunting. Warriors, good movement there. Lund moving in. Finds Hoskins down the sideline. Hoskins gets some pressure from the Flyers there. Three kids doubling in, tripling in on him, and do a good job taking that away. Dendrick Tahunal is the one who takes that away. Bunting tries to clear, but it goes right to the Flyers, who immediately switch point of attack to the other side. Overlapping run coming from the defender. Just not quite corralled enough by their midfielder to get that thing forward. They keep possession, moving it around. Schroeder with some good defense. Gets that ball away, and then it just sails down that sideline. You know, it was a pretty nice day. I was out on the golf course doing golf practice at like 3, 4 o'clock. No wind at all. Then about an hour before this game starts, it just starts blowing like crazy. So, yeah, both teams have to deal with it, though. And right now, they're both strategically doing a really good job playing the advantage or disadvantage they have. Warriors fling it up to Sanders, who tries to get one into Whitwer right there, just not quite there. Perez, good challenge right there. Has some space open over here. Finds Whitwer down the wing. Whitwer pulls one a little bit early and again just gets under it a little bit too much. And in this wind, say goodbye to that ball if you get it up in the air. Goal kick for the Flyers. Yeah, last 5 minutes here, the Warriors have had some pretty good attacking opportunities to get that ball into the goal. Whitwer working hard out of that target forward position, getting the ball, winning it back. Lund in good position there in the midfield. Whitwer going to corral that down. Ooh, he gets clipped from behind. And we're going to see what happens here. It looks like it's just going to be an out of bounds. And they're not going to call a foul. I haven't seen a signal yet. But the ref is standing on that spot. Just not quite sure what's going to happen here. I think it's going to be just a basic throw-in. And that it is. No foul called there. Flyers turn it over in their own defensive end. This time they do get him from behind, and it's going to be a foul just outside the 18-yard box on the left side of the field for the Flyers, or for the Warriors. This is going to be a good opportunity to see if they can get a set piece in on this goal. You know, and it'd be nice if someone was here to chat and talk through this with me. You ought to put some headphones on, Matt, while you're running the camera.
My headphones are, my other ones are there. I'll bring them next time.
There you go. Be interesting to see if they try to go for this one here, if they try to do a little chip in. I think with the wind advantage, they could put enough pace on this to keep it just around the wall. I don't think the keeper would have a chance. We'll see what happens. Looks like that might be Schroeder who's standing over the ball. He does go for it, and it is just a little bit high. It's off the football crossbar. So that's about maybe, 6 feet above that goal post, or the crossbar for the goal. So Schroeder's attempt there just a little bit off. Flyers are out quick again. Ball's up that sideline. Whitwer there to corral it. Gets run from behind, and they are going to call a foul on that from the Flyers. The Warriors waste no time, get it started, but turn it over. Flyers ball in the midfield, trying to mount a little attack here with 13 minutes to go until halftime. Flyers throw one into the box. They got 2 guys there, both marked up by Warriors. Another one thrown into the box. This one could be dangerous. Nice job from Stockton Whitwer right there to head that, control it, and get it out. Lund dispossessed from the ball. Flyers on the attack again. They crack one in the wind right here that goes just wide. That was a really good shot into the wind from the Flyers. Pena makes a dive for it but doesn't need to. It's just outside his reach. And I'm thinking that was number 11 right there, Denrick Tahual, who cracked that shot for the Flyers. Bunting to Cannon. Cannon moves it forward. Robinson's pass to Whitwer just off the mark. Able to really hustle, though, and track that down. Now the ball's up for grabs in this air. Whitwer gets a head on it, push from behind, finds it again. Ooh, Sanders Esplin down the wing right here. Has a little bit of space. Gets to the middle of the field. Good challenge there from the Flyers, and Bennett clears it out of bounds. Ball bouncing around. Warriors had a good opportunity right there, but Flyers did a good job defensively. Ooh, a little miss kick right there, and that's going to be a corner kick for the Warriors. This is the first corner kick of the game, and going to the Warriors. Got 11 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the half. With this wind advantage, this could be driven in well. Let's see what kind of set piece the Warriors can put together on this corner. A lot of bodies there at the front post. Driven low. Flyers there to clear it out. Going to be a Warrior throw-in as that ball goes out of bounds. Whitwer gives it off to Schroeder to make that throw-in. Whitwer switching point of attack. Perez right there gets under that just a little bit too much. Not a bad idea with this wind.
They keep on hitting. I mean, every one of their shots is underneath the ball.
Yeah, not a bad idea to shoot that one. He shot that one from about 35, 40 yards out. But with this wind, if he could put a good drive on it, like I'm saying, that ball, you keep it low into this wind, it could be knuckling a little bit. Could be a really difficult thing for that keeper to gauge and stop. Flyers with a nice through ball into the wind. Bunting does a really good job of stopping a breakaway there from the Flyers forward. And the ball ends up going out of bounds. Jorge Quintero is the point forward up there for the Flyers. He's got the ball at his feet right now. A little bit of space. Cannon closes it down. Flyers knocking it around a little bit, trying to get through. Warriors do a really good job defending that, and that thing comes out like a shot. Bennett gets the ball out here to the wing, but it's turned over. Warriors quickly get that throw-in going. Sanders Esplin trying to beat his defender. Swings it across the entire pitch of the field. Whitwer over there putting some pressure on that defender, Dylan Esplin, for the Flyers. Ball goes out of bounds. They're going to give that throw-in to the Flyers. We're under 10 minutes remaining in the half. It's still a 0-0 game here in Warrior Stadium. Got our signal back. Looked like it went out there for a hot second. Back online now, though. Hoskins to Bunting to Lund. Back to Whitwer. Whitwer tries to go out the other side to Schroeder. Turned over right there by the Flyers. Lund does a good job getting there. Whitwer, good one touch to drop that off. Just a little bit soft, though. Flyers regain possession, give it right away. Whitwer's got some space on the left side over there. Swings it across. Sanders down the sideline if he can control it. Keeper gets out, kind of mishandles it, though. Sanders flings it into the middle of the box. Lund right there just misses on the header. Defended quite well by the Flyers to stay tight to the Warrior forward, their midfielder there. And the Flyer keeper goes ahead and grabs that ball and is ready to go. It looks like that's Carlos Diaz in the box for the Flyers. Ball goes out of bounds, and the Warriors have possession once again. Big throw from Whitwer down the sideline. Flyers clear. And 25 yards down the field, the Warriors will get another crack at a throw-in. Wind is still blowing. Scattering of fans throughout the Warrior Stadium here. Social distancing quite well, staying warm in their blankets, but a pretty good attendance for this game tonight despite the weather. Warriors defending are going to be called for a little bit too aggressive right there, a little foul. Flyers are going to throw some numbers forward, see what they can do. Driven ball, looks like it's going to go effortlessly right to Pena in the box. Pena's kick is going to get all the way to about the 50-yard line where the Flyers turn it over. Jostling for the ball on the side, goes out of bounds. It'll be Flyer possession here. Flip throw from the Flyers. Does a good job getting that ball into the wind and down the field a little bit. Easton Ellett trying to control that thing, throws it back to the defender. Looks like they're just going to try to throw this thing back into the middle. Warriors do a good job defending that. Good clearance from the Warrior defenders right there. It looked like that was Alex Hernandez maybe, or maybe that was, no, that looks like it's Brock Schroeder right there. Clearing that ball out. Keeping the Flyers from getting a corner kick. Big flip throw into the wind. Thing goes about 30 yards into the wind. Flyers couldn't get underneath it, and the Warriors clear that ball, get it all the way down to the Flyer 20-yard line. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see that throwing when they're going with the wind. He might be able to put that thing 40, 45 yards. When you have a weapon like that, it can be really, really dangerous. It can be just as good as a corner set piece when you get a big throw like that. Flyers keeping possession there on the right side of the pitch, far side from us. Warriors a little too aggressive, end up clipping one of the Flyers. It's a foul. So far, it's been a pretty clean game. Both teams are playing extremely well defensively. Aggression is there, but the ref is letting them play a little bit, and fouls have been, maybe only 4 or 5 of them here. Pretty clean game so far. Flyers throwing into the air. That's going to sail out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Warriors. We've got 4 minutes left. The Warriors make their first substitutions into the game are number 11, Brian Hernandez, and number 21, Alex Merds. Lund to Bunting, up to Jake, who's coming up there from that forward position. Grabs the ball, and he's going big. We're going to see if we can outrun the Flyers right here. Not going to happen. That ball just goes and goes in this wind, and it goes right to the keeper. London Whitwer doing some pretty good combination work. Flyers right there. That's number 17 for the Flyers, Liam Lorenzen, who knocks that ball out of bounds. Lund picks up about 10 yards there on that throw-in. Officials don't make him back up. Nonetheless, they turn it over, trying to get that thing in bounds. We've got about 3 minutes left here until the end of the first half. It's a Flyer throw-in. Cannon running back the ball. Has got to put some power on that to pass it back to the keeper. Pena comes out of the box, tries to find Bunting. Bunting does a good job recovering. Alex Mertz can't quite get to it, turns it over. Flyers have a go, but it looked like a little deflection there as Cannon does a good job recovering and defensively up there on Quintero, who's the forward for the Flyers. If I remember right, I think Quintero is the leading scorer for the Flyers. He's had at least 1 hat trick this year, if not 2. That he's a pretty good goal scorer. Warriors get called for their 3rd offsides of the evening. They're trying to find those through balls and sometimes just get a little bit anxious making that run. That was our sub, Brian Hernandez, who was trying to make the run down the sideline and just got a little bit too deep into the Flyer defense there. Kobe Robinson dispossessed. Flyers trying to find some through space, and it's not happening. Pena with a big kick right there. Flyers able to get a head on it, and it's going to go back to the keeper, who's going to play it with his feet, make the Warriors chase him until he finally picks it up. And we're under 2 minutes here in the first half. Nice punt from the Flyer goalie. Dubby Cannon up there to make the move, but Flyers do a good job getting past that defensive line, and Petey Bunting, great job getting over there to the opposite side of the field to stop that breakaway that the Flyers had coming down that right side. Whitwer tries to get it to Mertz, but he's just not quite there. Flyer wing smart enough to know he can't go for that because he's coming from an offsides position. Flyers maintain possession. Whitwer dispossesses him, but it ends up being a Flyer throw-in. We've got 1 minute left here in the first half. Warrior Stadium, WarriorNation.tv, Flyers, Warriors in a big clash of Region 9 soccer boys powerhouses. Flyers coming down the sideline, get a crack at the goal. Their first good shot today, but Pena's right there to get it. And he's a quick outlet here on the opposite side to Lund, who's carrying it down the sideline. Finds Esplin up front, who's going to find Hernandez, who again is offsides. The Flyers are doing a great job of stepping up before that ball comes, and Hernandez isn't recognizing that, and he just stays in his offsides position as that ball is played through. He's got to have a little bit more awareness and movement to not be caught in that offsides position. So it'll be a Flyer kick right here. We're down to about 10 seconds. Ethan Bennett there trying to throw that ball into the front position. And there you have it, the horn to end the first half here at Warrior Stadium. We have a 0-0 contest, the Dixie Flyers against the Snow Canyon Warriors, and we're going to take a timeout here for a few minutes while they have some discussions with the teams at halftime, and we'll be back for the second half here at Warrior Stadium, Snow Canyon High School. Yep. Hey, welcome back here, WarriorNation.tv, Warrior Stadium. We're just about ready to kick off the second half of the Dixie Flyers playing your Snow Canyon Warriors. 0-0 was the end of the first half. The wind is still blowing, which is going to play some effect here in the second half as the teams switch sides. Flyers did a pretty good job playing into the wind that first half. Were able to keep the ball low, throw a few things into the box. Had one really good opportunity to score off of the right side of the pitch there, but Pena did a good job being in the right position in that box. Made the save look pretty simple. On the flip side of that coin, the Warriors did a really good job building some attack. Had some good combination plays to open up some space through that Flyer defense, and were able to get some good opportunities to shoot. The problem that we kind of saw up here in the booth is that their shots got a little bit into the air, and because they were going with the wind, that ball just sailed on them, and they missed a few shots just above the bar and one really good free kick opportunity that ended up just wide of the goal. So 0-0 was that score. Flyers on defense here to start the second half. Warriors getting ready to kick that ball off. You've got Jake Whitwer, Sanders Esplin on top of the ball here. Ref winds his arm. Maybe. There he goes. And the second half is underway. Lund with the ball, knocking it around. Finds the middle right there. Ooh, ball squirts through. Sanders Esplin on one quick. On his left foot. Pulls the trigger. That's a nice save by the keeper there in the box. And that is Carlos Diaz, I believe, who's still playing in the box for the Flyers. Drives that kick out. Warriors do a good job of corralling that goal kick. Get the ball, move it forward, but end up turning it over. Flyers on the run now. You can tell the Flyers have come out this half with a little bit more energy. They're running a little faster. Know that they have the wind going with them. We've got an offsides flag up, and that'll be an offsides penalty called against the Flyers. Bunting drives that ball out of the defense. Whitwer right there to pick it up. That ball's going to start slowing down just a little bit when we get those high ones coming in the air. Ref does call Whitwer for a little slide under right there when that ball's in the air. So the Flyers are going to get a free kick, and they waste no time getting it up the sideline. A little bit of space right there for them. Bunting moving over there. Pena there to pick the ball up, but it just squirted out of his hands. Luckily, we had a Warrior defender there to help pick that up. Yeah, I was just going to say, if that first one against Whitwer was a foul, then that one right there against the Flyers for sure was a foul. And it was. Warriors gained possession of the ball, knocking it around. Lund has had a really good game in the midfield today. He's doing a good job making connecting passes. Hasn't really turned the ball over too much. And as I say that, we turn it over. Flyers down the sideline. Warriors there to defend, and that ball ends up squirting out of bounds. This will be the first corner kick for the Flyers of the contest, and it happens here 2 minutes into the second half. Dubby Cannon there to kick that thing out of bounds, that center defender for the Warriors. Flyers taking their time to go get that ball. Finally got it, and they're going to be setting up a corner kick here. Kicking it here off of the near sideline to us here in the press box, which would be the west side of the field. I'm going to play that ball in. It's a little bit into the wind. That wind is kind of blowing from a northeast to southwest, kind of across the stadium here just a little bit. Big ball played to the back. Flyers there to put a head on it, but Warriors do a good job of getting that out, and they are on the counter move. Whitwer to Perez, and the ball gets turned over. Warriors corral it back. Good possession over there by the Warriors. That ball's going to squirt out of bounds, though. Go over to the Flyers. Flyers did a good job pinching Whitwer into that sideline, and he had nowhere to go with that ball. There's that wind throw in. Just big throw, but that ball squirts to Lund, who's right there in the space in the middle. Gets it up front to Esplin. Warriors, oh, good through ball right there. We've got some run down the sideline. Schroeder made a nice little run off of the wing position right there and just couldn't get that ball going in the right direction. It ends up going out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Flyers. Diaz to put this ball in play. Now that he has the wind at his back, he's just letting loose. Warriors there to knock that ball out of bounds. There'll be a Flyer throw-in right around their own 40-yard line here. Matt, I brought the heaviest jacket that I had in my house today, and I'm glad I don't need it being in this booth.
I know, is it nice?
It's a little bit warmer, and the wind's not blowing through our headsets. Flyers on the move, going forward. Warriors, good defensive job right there. W. Cannon doing a good job coming out of that center back position. Knocked that ball out of bounds. It'll be a Flyer throw-in. Be interesting to see if they go to that flip throw right here and how that works for them. It looks like that's number 6. And I'll keep that in mind as we do it. That's Dylan Esplin. He's pretty deep right here. I think this might be the kid who's doing those flip throws.
Yeah, that's it.
It is. Here it comes. Esplin able to throw that ball all the way past the goal. It's just as good. Ooh, great shot from the Flyers. Pings off of the side and top crossbar right off the corner. You can see when that ball gets into this wind, if it gets driven low, it is going to be difficult for any keeper to stop. Lund able to corral that and takes it out of the move, out of that defensive area, but there's a foul called against him right there on the Flyers. W. Cannon trying a quick restart, doesn't get it, but he does get the ball up in the air and gets it out to the sideline there. They are going to call him for offsides.
Is that really offsides?
Flyers are doing a pretty good job with that. As that ball goes, they just step forward and hold that line. They must have some pretty quick kids in the back. They must trust Ethan Bennett's speed in the middle to run down if something goes wrong with that. But those last 2 offsides that were called against the Warriors in the first half, the Hernandez kid, they both happened because Hernandez didn't adjust his run and the Flyers just stepped up and created that offsides call from the officials. Flyers throwing that ball into the thing, but again, offsides called against the Flyers right there. Run coming in behind the defense is just a little too deep. Warriors try to possess it out, and Flyers do a good job getting there quick to do it. It looks like that's Roca with the ball right there, moving it, tries to fling it across, and he does. Ball to that forward. The overlap run comes from the defender. Schroeder doing a really good job out of that wing position, midfield-wise, playing some defense. Nice little move from the Flyers, but Lund, he's had a great game today. Playing a really, really good positionally there in the midfield. Flyers put a little power on it, and now they get to see what the wind will do into this wind. Chris easily creams out of bounds, goes right to a goal kick for the Warriors. That combination work here on the sideline for Dixie, that's Liam Lorenzen and Liam Lorenzen and Dylan Esplin trying to do some good work. Warriors have a good opportunity right here. Keeper's way out of his box. Jake Whitworth just can't quite get there. And they're going to call him for a little bit of a grab and a hold, but that's a good job by the Flyer defender there to limit Whitworth's opportunity to get a crack on goal. That's Esplin, who was working his way back from that midfield position to take away Whitworth's run. You know, the Warriors, I think, have found a way to crack this Flyer defense. They're finding some of those gaps that are open, and if they can make that connection, ooh, big header right there, kind of head-to-head. Schroeder and, who is that for Dixie?
Number 7? No. 17.
Oh, number 17. That's Liam Lorenzen. We were just talking about him. Esplin over here on the sideline. He's about 35, 40 yards away from the goal, and he's going to attempt that flip throw, and that thing is all the way into the box. Warriors able to get a head on it. Good crack from the Flyers again. Looked like that one might have got deflected a little bit to keep it away from Pena in the goal, and that thing is going to go out of bounds. It's going to be another corner kick for the Flyers. Flyers are doing a good job keeping that ball low into this wind. It's going to make really, really difficult to stop shots that might be on frame. And if Esplin can figure out how to get that throw in a little bit lower, a little bit more, low trajectory on that ball, that could be a super dangerous thing. Ooh, the wind just grabs that whipper from the Flyers right there and goes out of bounds. That'll be a Warrior goal kick. We've got a substitution coming in here for the Warriors. As the official's just letting the ball go and the substitute comes in. Now he recognizes what's going on and he makes him do the re-kick. But that's number 13 making his first appearance in the game. That is Isaiah Nelson, junior here at Snow Canyon High School, coming in to play that wing over there, giving Hoskins a little bit of a breather. Warriors move the ball out of their defense. They get it up to the new sub. Great move on that wing. Oh, just goes out of bounds on him right there. It'll be a Flyer throw. I think the Flyers are excited to be playing with the wind right now. There's a little bit more pep in their step. They're really trying to force the action. But the Warriors' defense is really, really good right now. They're high pressure, putting some good pressure on that ball. Flyers have a little bit of a run down the sideline. That's a fullback over there on that far side making the run. Warriors are there. Ball looks like it goes out of bounds. It's going to be another corner kick. That's 3 corner kicks early here. First 10 minutes for the Flyers, and the Warriors are going to have to limit these free kicks if they don't want to give up and concede a goal here in this second half. This wind is going to make those free kicks extremely dangerous. Flyers loading the box, keep it low. Warriors do a good job being there. Ball not quite cleared out enough. Flyers still on the ball, having some opportunities. Petey bunting with a nice clear right there. Warriors finally get that thing out of their defensive end, but then turn it right back over. Flyers doing a good job keeping pressure on the ball. There's a good clearance. Finding Esplin up front. Esplin turned it back over, but then Flyers give it right back. Here we go. Whitworth gets the ball, makes a great turn facing forward. They're going to fling that thing into the center. Esplin making a big run. He might get there. Oh, there's a big collision with the keeper. Both of them going for the ball. That ball goes out of bounds. Esplin and the keeper both look a little shaken up on that, but they're going to give that as a goal kick to the Flyers. It looked like that might have gone off of a Flyer defender. And if that's not the case, maybe they're calling a foul against Esplin for that run in. Nonetheless, it's a goal kick position for the Flyers. Drive it out of bounds. Midfielder's doing a great job. There's Perez. Perez double teamed, turns it over. Going to stop the clock right here. We're going to see our first card of the evening. That card is going to be issued to the Warriors. And I'm trying to catch a number right here. That might be the sub who came into the game who picks up that yellow card. It does look like that's number 13 making his way to the sideline. That's Isaiah Nelson. Picks up a yellow card right there. Trying to slow down the Flyer attack. Flyers will have the free kick and short kick to keep possession, and then they try to throw it in across the field. Lorenzen on the ball. Throws that thing back over. Flyers trying to find some space through that Warrior defense. Nothing doing. Warriors doing a good job controlling their space and marking their men. Goal kick to the Warriors. Whitwer trying to clear it. Pings it off of a Flyer midfielder right there. It goes back out of bounds. It'll be another goal kick for the Warriors. So those of you new to the game, it used to be that in order on these goal kicks, you'd have to be outside of that 18-yard box to be able to play the ball out and keep possession. No longer is that a rule. So you see defenders now standing inside that 18-yard box. They're allowed to touch that ball and move it forward as the offensive possession team. The defensive team still has to be outside of the 18-yard box when those goal kicks are taken, giving a little bit of advantage to the offensive team if they want to keep possession and try and play out of the back instead of just booting that ball forward. Flyers controlling the ball right there. That's in the midfield. Oh, sneaks it through, and Pena right there. Nice crafty little move by the Flyer midfielder. Trying to fling that ball up to his forward right there. Trying to catch a number on that midfielder. If I do, I'll let you know. It looks like it might be number 9. That would be Easton Ellett doing some work up there for the Flyers, trying to create some opportunities for Quintero to get on that ball and put one in for the Flyers. But Warrior defense has been very, very stingy today. They're doing a good job marking, good job controlling space. Their midfielders are working back quite well to take away any of those counterattack opportunities. It's been a pretty good, pretty well played game from the Warrior standpoint. Flyers have done a good job as well, not allowing any goals. If the Warriors can keep some possession here through the midfield, they're going to create some opportunities. Their possession here on the wings has been really good. Ooh, Perez just about finding some space there. Flyers do a good job coming up and attacking that ball, knocking it out of bounds. Roca knocking that thing out of bounds. Esplin quick to get it. Big throw into the middle. Whitwer making the run, but the Flyers are there to clear it. Lund does some good possession right there. Gets tripped down. It doesn't look like they're going to call a foul on that. So the throw-in is going to go to the Warriors.
How is that not a foul?
Hard for us to see maybe from this side, but I mean the only way that's not a foul is if the Flyer was able to get the ball instead of the foot. Big ball in. Keeper misplays it, but goes right to the Flyer defense who clear it out. Ooh, misplayed by the Warrior defense right there, but that wind is really carrying that ball. Cannon able to run it down. Looks like he's just going to knock it out of bounds so the Warriors can retreat and organize defensively here. Warriors do a really good job getting back defensively. Good position right now to cover up on those Flyers. Kobe Robinson holding the middle. Got Alex Merrids right there in the middle. Ball gets whipped in. Oh, it goes right to the Dixie kid, but it was coming in hot. He wasn't quite ready for that. Could have been a good opportunity for the Flyers to score that's just missed. Another whip in by the Flyers. Oh! Does a good job to kind of finagle his way around Stockton Whitwer right there, but that header just goes over the bar. Flyers have had some really good opportunities here going into the wind this second half of forcing the Warriors to have to play some really difficult defense into this wind. I've been really impressed today with Jake Whitwer and how hard he's working up front. He's not just sitting up there on the front waiting for a ball to come to him. He's working back, trying to win balls, really making things difficult for the defensive wings of the Flyers to get forward and get involved. And the Flyers just throw that inbound pass right to the Warriors. Perez doing some work. Esplin able to take it away from him. That's Lorenzen here on the wing. He's just going to throw it into the box, try and go cross field. Bunting right there, gets that thing put out. There's Damon Lund doing work today. Just gets thrown to the side by the Dixie midfielder. Good tackle, good takeaway by Dixie. Here comes Roca up the middle. Finds Lorenzen out here on the side. Ball cleared by Whitwer. Good job. Esplin, nice little hill pass to Perez. Warriors have some numbers and they're on the attack right here. Perez tries to find Sanders, does, but he can't quite flip it out there to Whitwer. Counterattack stopped by the Flyers. The Flyers did a good job getting some numbers behind the ball to stop that attack. Wind definitely playing into an advantage here for the Flyers. Warriors able to really get that ball out. Whitwer being very, very physical up front. Oh, he's going to get called for a foul there, and that possibly could be a yellow card. He's just working his tail off and ends up running into the back of one of the Flyers. Looks like the official's going to give him a talking to.
No card.
Yeah, probably a little bit of a warning right there for Jake with how aggressive he was playing there, but nonetheless, it's just good, aggressive play. Flyers with the official not looking at the ball, pick up an extra 5 yards, moving it forward. Side judge not really doing his job, keeping them on track here. Flyers taking some advantage. Ball gets whipped in. Flyers there to corral it, do a good job keeping it in bounds. Warriors defensively, forcing him outside to that 18, keeping in front of him. Good footwork right there. Pena, a little bobble on the ball again, but able to corral it in. Puts a decent little kick on that thing into the wind. We'll see what happens here. And they're going to call a foul right here on, let's see. It looks like that is Perez over there. Getting a foul called, being, again, a little bit too aggressive on that ball. Things starting to heat up a little bit. Temper's starting to get a little bit high. Halfway through the second half here, we're still 0-0. A little frustration setting in for both sides. Big ball played into the box. Throwing it up into the wind and seeing what could happen, and it goes out of bounds. Here we go. Substitutions coming in for the Warriors. That's number 11, Brian Hernandez, checking in. He's a sophomore. Came in and had a couple offsides fouls called against him in the first half. He's got to do a better job adjusting there if he's going to be up on the front line. Looks like they're going to put him forward a little bit, which is going to move Whitwer into more of the midfield area. Did you want the light on? I'm good. Out of bounds. Esplin with that flip throw. He's about 45 yards out again. Ball gets into the middle, and man, that is just a dangerous weapon to have. Flyers tried to get a quick shot off of that. Can't quite handle it. Ooh! That's a big takedown over there on the sideline. That is definitely going to leave a mark. He got tripped from behind and ended up skidding across the track. Going to have a nice little strawberry raspberry on that leg for sure. Looks like that's Petey Bunting over there. Nice kick into the wind, driving it low, just ends up going out of bounds. Flyers seem to be content right now without possessing the ball too much through the midfield. They just want to get it up in this wind and cause some havoc for the Warrior defense. Warriors, on the other hand, are trying to keep that ball possessed through the middle, trying to find those combinations up front, keeping things low and trying to play it into the wind, give themselves an opportunity at a goal here in the second half. Flyers moving the ball across the field. Esplin trying to fight it up there. Whitwer, good defensive play right there. Good combination work here from the Flyers. Esplin ends up getting dispossessed. A lot of physical play going on right now. Lorenzen trying to get his back and body into that. Ends up kicking the ball out of bounds. Warrior goal kick. Quick restart.
When did that rules change?
This year was when that rule changed to allow him into the box. Bennett sliding out of that center defensive position to clear the ball out of bounds. Warrior throw in. We've got another substitution coming in for the Warriors, making his first appearance tonight. That's number 36, Gabriel Pena. He's also a sophomore. Looks like he's going to be coming in for number 3. Number 3 is, yes, Kobe Robinson, giving him a well-needed breather. He's done a really good job through the middle of the field. There's Hernandez getting his foot on a ball. Cleared out by the center defense for the Flyers once again. It looks like that might be, yep, number 15 for the Flyers. See if we get a name on that kid. Martino Campos playing that center position right there with Bennett. Warriors throwing a lot of players forward, trying to get some opportunities. Throw in down that sideline just keeps getting kicked out of bounds by the Flyers, and we keep gaining 10, 15, 20 yards every throw in. Esplin over there on the side, going to try to give this a big throw into the box. Gets that into the middle. Whitwer battling with some Flyers. Flyers get their head on the ball, put it out of bounds. Looks like we're going to give it a go again. This time it looks like it's going to be Brock Schroeder maybe over there. No, that's Sanders again. Sanders Esplin whipping that ball into the box. Whitwer's right there. Flyers, good job getting that thing settled down. Ball flings out. Good little strike right there by Schroeder. Doesn't quite get it in, though. Pings off of a defender. Lund, nice move. Throws it into the box. That's Jake Whitwer. Jake Whitwer makes a little bit of a move, and the keeper off his line makes a really good save. Great opportunity for the Warriors there. Warriors doing a good job keeping it pinned. Flyers finally able to come out with that ball. Yeah, they're going to give Dubby Cannon got up there to make a good stop. But because he was one of the later defenders, that ball looked like it hit off his arm. The official is going to give him a yellow card, sending him off of the field because of that handball, which pretty much stops the attack of the Flyers. Good call if there's nobody behind him. I couldn't quite see if the Warriors had recovered enough to get behind Dubby there. But nonetheless, yellow card doesn't necessarily hurt them very much, so he subs out. Ref's got to come over and present him with that yellow card. Looks like Coach Hales is going to have a little bit of a talk with the official who's explaining what happened. Still haven't seen the official present him with the yellow card. But he's got his book out right there, which looks like he is going to book him for that foul. Yeah, the time on our clock right here is a little bit different because the official has stopped things. And we're not necessarily tied into the scoreboard right now. We're just doing this clock on our own. So we've got 15 minutes. Clock just restarted here to go in the half. Dubby Cannon wasting no time. He's back up on the line, ready to get back in. Perez came in for him off that yellow card. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a Flyer throw-in. Dubby's not going to be able to sub in until the Warriors have a throw-in opportunity here. Whitwer in the middle of the defense right now, along with Pena, who subbed in just a few minutes ago, covering in there for Cannon. They're waving him in now. Looks like the Flyers substituted. So Cannon's coming back in the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not quite sure who they're sending off right now. Looks like that might have been Perez, who just came in. They're going to send him back off, maybe saving him a little bit for the finishing 10 of this game. Perez has done a pretty good job in the midfield. Lund getting double-teamed in the midfield. Flyers do a good job getting the ball, but then give it right back. Bunting with a nice clearance right there. That's Whitwer out of the midfield. Nice little step over. Esplin, good job defending on him. Bunting once again getting that ball. Ooh, little turnover right there. Not quite ready to give that one back. Stockton Whitwer chasing him down. Defended all right by the Warriors, but they end up pinging that thing out of bounds, and it's going to be another corner kick for the Flyers. This is their 4th or 5th corner kick of the half with about 13 minutes left here at Warrior Stadium. Flyers 0, Warriors 0. Well played soccer game tonight from both these squads. Easy to tell why both of these groups are highly ranked in the 4A classification this year. Swinger comes in just over the head of Quintero, who is the Flyers' leading goal scorer there in the box, and it'll be a goal kick for the Warriors. Warriors playing it out of their box. Nice and tight. Out the sideline. Lund comes back for it. Ooh, they give it away. Flyers have the ball in the middle of the field. Crack a shot. Pena, what a great save. Diving out there to his left and keeping that thing from going in the box. Able to get it up high enough to hit off the crossbar. That's a dangerous giveaway on the goal kick right there from the Warriors. Got to be a little bit more cautious and careful if they're going to play that ball out of the back. Dubby Cannon with the ball now. Chips that thing up and out. Lund right there. Ooh, Lund is double teamed in the middle. They're really putting some pressure on Lund. Trying to get that ball. Got his foot up just a little bit too high. Called a foul. This is a dangerous spot for a kick. Lorenzen over the top of the ball. Now he's off the ball. Looks like number 11 for the Flyers is going to be having a crack at this. That's Tahual. About 35 yards out. I bet he has a go at this, and he does. And oh, my goodness. You can see that ball's just flying. That went between the top crossbar and the bottom of the goalpost football standard. That was dangerously close. Tahual, really good goal kick right there. Warriors keeping the ball low, trying to keep possession, trying to get it out. Man, having a hard time getting it out of the defensive end right here. With those goal kicks, but finally get it out. Oh, Hernandez with a nice controlling ball over to Lund. Lund across the field finds Hernandez up that sideline. Hernandez runs it down, keeper out of position. Oh, he deflects that off of a Flyer defender who does a great job keeping that ball from going in the net. Hernandez working hard, keeps the ball. Oh, Whitwer gets taken down right there. Flyers win the ball. Warriors win the ball back. Little give and go. Hernandez up the side. Oh, some furious action right there from the Warriors, getting some opportunities to score. Flyers are going to chip that thing in to make a run, but keeper's going to come off his line, and there's no way they're getting that one. This wind is just too quick. Pena with a little throw out right here. Good opportunity. That's Whitwer down the sideline. Whitwer throws that ball down the sideline. Not sure what's going on. We got a player on the near sideline here down. It's Damon Lund. Looks like he really got clipped in his knee. No foul was called on that one. And Whitwer on the other sideline. Not sure if they're going to let that go out of bounds or call a foul. But got the trainers out there on the field. Intermountain Sports. We want to thank them for being such a great sponsor here at Snow Canyon High School. Intermountain Sports Medicine does a great job with their training here. Athletic trainer Dwan Shakespeare, medical doctor Christian Millward. Can't thank those guys enough for all the work they put in here at Snow Canyon High School to keep our athletes safe and to keep them continuing to be able to play as they work their way through injuries. So Dwan Shakespeare out there with his intern trainer, and I can't remember her name, but out there taking a look at Damon to see what might be going on with his knee. Head official there. Looks like that's Fernando. Fernando, maybe Gonzalez, I think. Trying to remember his last name, and I can't remember. But over here having a chat with his side official. See if they can sort things out from that furious attack the Warriors had. A couple of great opportunities to try to sneak that ball in the back. As they attend to the injury of Lund. Teams kind of gather together to get themselves organized and going. We've got 10 minutes, 12 seconds remaining here in the second half. Lund is going to be helped off the field just a little bit. He is walking on his own power. Got a little bit of limp going right there. But that's going to be a tough one for the Warriors to replace right now because Damon has had a really, really good game for the Warriors.
Push start in a second. Okay,
where is the start button?
You just push right here.
Okay. Getting some technical things going here. Matt Hamlin, Tonnequin Data Center here helping us run the camera for Warrior Nation TV today. Warriors are going to get a free kick there. Must have been a foul against Stockton Whitwer. Ball's in play. Throws it in. It takes a bounce. Warriors, oh, that's a good save by Diaz right there. Able to clear that thing out. Pena, good job being there defensively. Colby Robinson, we've got a flyer down on that collision that happened back there. I hope I started your camera right here. Mr. Hamlin, excellent. Looks like the keeper is waving the trainers in again to see what happened with the Flyer defender. Can't tell who that is down there on the floor. Possibility that it could be number 15, Martino Campos, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. This one looks like it could be a head injury, which is always scary. I sure hope everybody ends up okay right there as they take care of this player down on the field. We'd love to thank some of our sponsors, sponsors that have done just a great job with Warrior Nation TV this year. You've got Entz Dental, you've got Tonnequin Data Center, you've got Snow Jensen Reese, you've got Stephen Wade Auto, Bucks Ace Hardware. So many great sponsors. Great sponsor, signs out here in the football stadium as well. Boulevard Home Furnishings, Wells Fargo Bank, Split Rock Development, Serve Pro, the Dog Haws, all kinds of good people here on the west side of town right here in the Santa Clara Ivans area that take care of these athletes here at Snow Canyon, giving us the opportunities to bring things like this to you at home where you don't have to battle the elements and the weather.
Got 30 people watching.
Yeah, there was so much action going on that opportunity down there that I couldn't quite tell if the keeper maybe came out to punch and save that ball and maybe hit his own player, or if there were maybe a head-to-head contact right there. But they're still working on the Flyer that's down on the field. He's finally moving his knees. Looks like they're going to get him up. Good to see that he's able to get up. They're going to help him off the field, but he is walking on his own accord right there. We hope everything's okay. Matt, if you get a number off of that, let me know. We'll let everybody know who that is.
He is number... Is that Bennett?
Oh, I'm not sure.
I think it's Bennett, dude. It is Bennett.
So we're thinking maybe that's number 8, Ethan Bennett, and we sure hope he's okay.
It's him.
His walk, the briskness of his walk has picked up a little bit as he's moving over to the sideline. Not sure if they're talking to him to see if this might be concussion, but it doesn't look like it was any kind of ankle or knee injury there. Looks like it might have been more on the, around the head area. So hope everything's okay with Ethan. On that repossession, Flyers kick it and they give it back to the Warriors, which is the sportsmanship thing to do after something like that. And the game is back afoot. Stockton Whitwer moving that thing up the sideline. Hernandez right there. Kobe Robinson back in the game playing that midfield spot for Mr. Lund, who is still out on the sideline with that injury. Alex Maird's in there. Good play out by Pena. Finds Whitwer. Whitwer over here to Brock. Schroeder to Esplin. Esplin, quick one touch, just a little bit off. Able to put some good pressure on the Flyers right there, though, and win that ball back from Roca. Robinson finds Alex Mertz through the middle. Mertz finds Esplin down the sideline. We've got some numbers here. Unbelievable they call an offsides on that. Not quite sure that they got that one right. Sanders Esplin looked like he was coming from the back of the field. Maybe the forward on the other sides was offsides, but looks like a missed call right there. Nonetheless, Flyers get the ball, waste no time trying to play it into the front position. Warriors able to get to that ball. Whitwer again working really hard off the ball. Schroeder up there getting hit by the Flyers and goes and does a little talking right there. And they are going to card both of the kids who were involved in that play right there. So Brock Schroeder getting a yellow card for being a little bit too maybe mouthy and facing off to the Flyer, and that's Tahual who picks up the yellow for being just a little bit too aggressive on that tackle. We've got about 8 minutes remaining here in the game. It's a tie, 0-0. And again, if you're not quite sure how that works, that remains a tie at the end of this game. We will go into overtime, and they'll play 2 overtime minutes. And another new rule that they just put into play this year in Region 9, or not in Region 9, but in the state of Utah, to take away some of that tie stuff. If it goes into ties after the 2 overtimes, we'll have ourselves a penalty shootout this evening. Diaz picking that ball up in the goal for the Flyers. Puts a little kick on it. It's a line drive that just scoots through. Flyers flip it forward. Lorenzen trying to run it down, but with this wind, it ain't going to happen. It's just moving too fast. Perez gets the outlet there. Gets the ball back to Pena. Playing a little bit of defense today for the Warriors. Perez, nice little move down the sideline, and we're on the attack again. Good slide tackle there from the Flyers. That's Roca getting his foot on the ball and sliding that thing out of bounds. Esplin showing some good sportsmanship for the Flyers, picking Perez up off the floor, and it'll be a Warrior throw-in. Warrior substitution. I'm not sure which kid just came back into the game, but Hernandez is coming out of the game.
No, he's already in.
Could have been Whitwer. He's the one that's taken that position over there, Stockton Whitwer. They've moved him out of that fullback position and have put him up on a wing position, maybe hoping to get a little bit of offense out of him up there. Use some of that quickness that he's got. Good tackle and challenge. Esplin comes back for the ball, loses it, out of bounds. It'll be a Warrior throw-in. Lorenzen trying to save that ball over here. Doesn't quite get there. I think actually it might have been Schroeder who checked back in. Brock Schroeder, the kid who picked up the yellow card. He checks back in for the Warriors and gets Hernandez subbed out. Esplin with a nice move on the ball. Oh, good tackle right there from the Flyers. Flyers trying to get the ball at the side. Pena makes a good read on that. Gives it right back to the Flyers, though. Esplin to Roca. Roca down the middle. Alex Maird's there to make that interception. Flyers trying to get that ball down the near sideline right here. That's number 10, Rene Bernal, trying to make a play on the ball. Not quite there. Ethan Bunting kicks it out of bounds right there. It's Flyer throw-in, far side of the field, right around the 30-yard line. Whitwer with a great tackle right there. Gets the ball up to Jake. Oh, now that one is offsides for sure. Yeah, Esplin just ended up taking off just a little bit too quick. Might have thought the pass was going to be coming from Stockton. Instead, the pass went to Whitwer, and by then it was a little bit too late for Sanders to recover. Jake throws the ball into that offsides position. Flyers throwing that thing up in the air, and it, again, just takes off into the wind. Quick bounce, and it's out of bounds. Be a Warrior goal kick. Not a bad play for the Flyers, seeing how the Warriors have struggled a little bit with their goal kicks lately. W. Cannon with that kick is going to clear it out. Ball gets up to Perez. Perez wide open in the midfield. Surprised the Flyers didn't have him marked up. Nonetheless, turnover. Ball's going to sail out of bounds, and it's a Warrior throw-in. Hey, here we go. Damon Lund making his way back into the game. Alex Merritt's coming out for him. Good to see that he's okay after that injury that he just had. Looks like he's running pretty good. Could be a little sore and banged up, but nonetheless, he's been having a good game, coming back in, seeing if he might be able to do something for the Warrior attack here. Oh, a good drive right there. Oh, Pena does a great job corralling that shot. That thing was moving, Matt. That thing did have some heat on it, and Pena does a great job corralling that up. Flyer throw in here. Flyers on the move. Some good dribbling from the Flyers. Oh, a nice little pass to the middle. Flyers just not quite there on it. There we go. Lund makes a great pass out here. Schroeder down the sideline. We've got some numbers if we can find the switch, and it just doesn't happen. Just out of the reach of Sanders, who if he would have had the ball on it, could have had a wide open switch, go to that other side. Oh, Schroeder, great job saving that. That'll be a throw in for the Warriors. Corrals that one off of Lorenzen. There's Lund. Lund clipped from behind just a little bit, and the ref's going to catch him on this one. Foul Flyers. It'll be a Warrior free kick. Sanders coming back to take that kick for the Warriors. Flings it in. Oh, he's got space on that side. Stockton Whitwer almost able to get his head on that and flip it into the forwards, making the run. Just not quite. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and we've got just under 3 minutes here in the half.
Tell you what, I do like this thing. This box is real nice.
There's been some good action here, good soccer action here in the second half from both sides. Warriors have done a really good job defending the set pieces of the Flyers. They've had 5 corner kicks, a couple of set pieces on fouls that have been pretty dangerous, but the Warrior defense has held true and held strong. Flyers also defending really well, able to take away a lot of the possession and through looks that the Warriors are trying to get moving into this wind. We're reaching the 2-minute mark left here in the second half of this game. Diaz, outlet to the Flyer fullback. Jake Whitwer moving in. He's going to get called for a foul. Whitwer has played a hard game. He's had some good hard fouls. Surprised that he hasn't picked up a yellow card yet tonight. But I love the effort and energy that Whitwer is putting into the game tonight. Flyer defender a little hobbled, but gets up, tries to walk off. Probably caught a little bit of a cleat or something in his ankle or shin right there. Flyers throw that ball into the defensive area. There we go. Ethan Bunting there with the header to clear it out. Ball goes out of bounds, down to 1:30 remaining here in the contest. Alex Mertz checking into the game for Pena. Pena did a great job subbing in here in the second half, playing some defense for the Warriors. Really good anticipation from him. Did a good job closing up the near side of that defensive end for us tonight. Flyers trying to possess. Flag is up. Ball is out of bounds. It'll be a Warrior throw-in. Warriors would do well to just take their time right here, not to give anything away with a throw-in in their end, going against that wind. We're down about 45 seconds. There's no need to do anything heroic here. Let's just get out of this half and get into the overtime. Flyers with the possession. Some good ball movement through the midfield right there. Lorenzen out here on the wing, not able to corral that in. Ball goes out of bounds. If I was Pena, I wouldn't even kick this thing into play. But he's running and trying to get things going. I think he just needs to relax and let this half end. There is no need to do anything silly right here. Like it. Kick it out here wide, get it out of bounds. Off the shoulder right there of a Flyer. Ball goes out of bounds to the Warriors. That's going to end the half right here before that ball gets thrown in. We are a 0-0 tie here at the end of regulation, and that means overtime. So just like the NCAA tournament, we've got a close game, thing coming down to the wire, and we're going to move into some overtime. So give us a few-minute break right here while the sides get reset. We flip a coin to see who's going what direction, and we'll be right back here on WarriorNation.tv. First overtime, Dixie Flyers versus your Snow Canyon Warriors. Looks like they're going to maintain the same side of the field here. Flyers probably won that toss, elect to go into the wind since overtime's our golden goal here in Utah. Warriors are going to get the kickoff. Jake Whitwer, Sanders Esplin up at the front. They're moving that ball forward. Lund making a run. Flyers able to cover it up, and they're off and running down that far side of the field. Nice little move from the Flyers. Uh-oh, he's free in the middle of the field. Warriors defense doing a good job converging, not letting anything happen through that middle. Esplin for the Flyers trying to throw that thing in, and it's going to go wide. It's a goal kick for the Warriors. I think your Warriors are going to be happy if they can get out of this first overtime without giving up too many opportunities. They just got to make sure that they are Johnny on the spot and not being casual with those goal kicks. Since it's difficult to kick it out of bounds into that wind, they got to make sure that they're keeping that thing away from that Flyer attack. Whitwer plays the ball back to his keeper. That's Pena clearing that thing out. Oh, good read from the Flyer defender. Uh-oh. Ball into the Flyers. Oh, shot is just wide, and I'm telling you, into this wind, that ball is flying. It goes so fast. Warriors goal kick. They kick it out of bounds. Once again, for those of you watching, it is golden goal, which means first team to score wins. If it happens in the first or second overtime, and if we get through these two overtimes without a goal being scored, we're going to go into the most exciting thing in sports, which is a soccer penalty kick shootout. Good defense from Petey. Bunting over there on the side. That's a great flip back, and there's the through ball. Jake Whitwer. Oh, he is going to get pegged for being offsides, and I'm telling you, boys, that is so close. That one is extremely close right there. The sideline is not happy about that. I thought Whitwer had that one timed really, really well. A lot of times with these, sideline officials, being able to see when that ball is kicked and how fast those forwards are is a really, really difficult thing. I thought Jake had that thing timed really well. Uh-oh, that ball gets loose in front of the Warrior box. Pena right there, though, to sweep that thing up and grab it. Gets that ball up in the air. It's going to float down. Perez right there. Good ball right there. Stockton Whitwer plays that into Lund. You know, Lund coming in after that injury, he's been a little bit slow and not quite as good as he was before. Jake Whitwer working that far sideline. Has the ball stolen. Alex Merd's playing some D. Lets the Flyers loose in the middle. They're going to have a crack from deep. Dubby Cannon doing a good job getting that thing out. Schroeder, nice little move, finds Lund. Lund has the ball taken away by Esplin, but wins it right back. Whitwer defending. Roca trying to get in. That ball's out of bounds for the Flyers, so guess who's coming up? It's going to be Esplin, going to be doing that big flip throw for the Flyers. And again, with this wind, if he can find some good trajectory on that, it's going to be just as effective as a corner kick. Warriors back defensively need to stay with their marks right here. It's a good flip throw all the way to that far post. Ooh, Warriors throw it back in front of the net. Foul going to be called against the Flyers. It's going to be a free kick for the Warriors. As Esplin came in off of that throw-in and a little bit too aggressive. Dubby with a great clear right there. Oh, well played right there by Kobe. Gets that ball up to Perez. Perez moving it in, flips it in. Sanders Esplin making a run. Good control with his head. Oh, Flyers do a good job double teaming up on Sanders on that. Stockton to Lund. Damon Lund trying to throw that thing out to the corner. It gets intercepted by the Flyers. They are on the move. Nice little ball played. Oh, there's a big run right there. Shot taken. Off of the crossbar. Oh. Ethan bunting there to make the save. Pena get a little chip there over his head. And that ball goes off of the crossbar from the Flyers. And that's their leading goal scorer, Jorge Quintero, who just about put that ball in and gave the Flyers a 1-0 victory. But it didn't happen. We've got 5 minutes left in the first overtime here, and the Warriors get the ball out of their defensive end, keeping possession of it. Stockton Whitworth throwing it up to the front line. Sanders trying to contain Roca. Roca, a good switch on the ball. Ooh, well brought down by the Flyers right there. Good defensive recovery from Alex Mertz right there, who's able to get that ball out of bounds. That was a really, really good possession right there by, who was that? Rene Bernal up front for the Flyers, bringing that ball down on that cross. Good control there. Quintero with the ball at his feet. Gives it back to the midfielder. Chips it up. Oh, and that ball is going to get over Pena, and it goes in. Flyers are going to come away tonight with a 1-0 victory over the Warriors with a golden goal here in the first overtime, about 5.5 minutes in. Wow, what a fantastic game played tonight by both sides. Flyers get the benefit of the wind in that first overtime, take advantage of that, and are able to chip one right in over our keeper to end this game 1-0. That's going to tighten things up here in the region. Actually going to put the Warriors and the Flyers tied up in first place as we move into their fourth game of the region. Both teams will be playing on Friday night. Not quite sure which team is playing who, where they'll be playing, but guaranteed that the Warriors will take some good lessons from this. They'll get a little bit better. You know, as far as this game went, Matt, I thought that the Warriors had run a possession, much better job with their combination play and getting opportunities to score. The Flyers, though, super aggressive when they were into the wind, earned a lot of good, free kicks and set pieces off of the corners and things, and Warriors just couldn't clear the ball into that wind, and Flyers got an opportunity to score on a cut to the middle and were able to take advantage of it. Hey, we thank you for joining us tonight on WarriorNation.tv. Hope to see you again next time we're on. Have a good